Hello everyone and welcome to Stitching Ain't Easy. My name is Ashley. Thank you guys so very much for joining me today. If y'all are new, well hello, I have several new folks and thank you. Hello, how are you? Nice to meet you. Shake your hand. Alright. If you guys have been here before, I thank you so very much for coming back. Sporting my super hip new shirt today. Just saying, what's up with all the fuzzes, but you know. Okay, I don't know. But anyway, I didn't even notice it was fuzzy, but you know. Anyway, love this shirt, by the way, and it's kind of chilly because you know it's November and stuff. It's Thanksgiving week, which is insane. This year's blown by. Anyway, so I sported the tie-dye underneath because of the rainbow yarn. So I do in fact crochet. My favorite yarn, or favorite hobby in fact, is collecting yarn. That's what this video is about, so it's like the perfect shirt. Because as we've mentioned, and I've had a few people here on our Yarnaholic meetings, hello, my name is Ashley and I have a problem. Hello to my friends who are in on this with me. Mercy. So a quick story time before we get into the yarn though. Just I hope everyone's cool with hanging out. If you're not, it's fine. You don't have to hang out. I understand. Skip ahead to the yarn, whatever you want to do. So I mentioned it's been a few days since we have seen one another. I had several videos made. I made like 4 or 5 in one day at one point and had some made, and then I just have been kind of in a slump, to say the least. And so I haven't made any videos, and so I haven't had any to put up, and I've just been kind of hanging out, I guess. So today I'm going to try my hardest to record some videos for y'all. To let you guys know I'm still around, still hanging out, hanging in, you know. Yeah, things are about the same as they were in my last video. I haven't heard anything as far as like referrals and things, and so I'm just waiting on all of that. Other than that, not a whole lot has been a whole lot different, so just so everybody knows. But I took some well-needed rest. I started a corner-to-corner blanket, y'all. That's right, I did it. I bit the bullet. I was like, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna go for it. It's insane. I'm almost halfway finished with it already. So I started a couple other projects, so therefore I feel like another Crochet Ramblings case of the startitis is on our way, so, or in its way, I suppose. But yeah, startitis is real, y'all. And then I found some patterns online earlier and I sent them to my husband, like, will you print these off for me please, because I've been making some things for Christmas. I almost said Halloween. That would be fun if we exchanged gifts other than candy and such at Halloween. Oh wait, we did do that. Anywho, but yeah, I found some patterns for things for that, and so he's going to print those off for me. So there are 4 more projects right there for me to start. That's okay. But that wasn't my story time. 4 minutes of just rambling, because that's what I do. On to story time. So last we spoke, no ma'am, I was trying to bite the cord. Anyway, she's right at my feet today. But yeah, the last time we spoke, I got this shirt, and also I mentioned that my hubby and I were going to go on a date night. I didn't know where we were going or what we were doing, but we were going to do something fun. Well, we did, and I'm going to tell you guys what we did, and perhaps it'll be a suggestion for any of you that are looking for a really fun date night, because it was an absolute blast. Okay, so what we did, and I wanted to do this for a while, but we just kind of haven't. We took a quarter, got to the end of the driveway, flipped the quarter, heads meant right, tails meant left, and we just road tripped. And we actually ended up, he's lived here his whole life. I've lived here for almost 20 years now, and we went down roads that we've never even been down before. It was like, oh, okay, that's cool. This loops back to, this town, and we can go here and go by blah, blah, blah. And, yeah, we got to go across the dam at the lake, which was interesting, to say the least. I've never freaked out on a bridge before. Did freak out on this one. I don't know what my deal was, and my hubby was like giggling at me because I'm just like, what is the deal? What is happening right now? I mean, just like, we were about halfway over it, and I'm like, okay, I'm ready to be off of here now. Like, I'm done. It's, it's very bumpy. I've never had an issue. I've been across dams, been across bridges. Obviously, we live by a dang lake. I mean, let's be honest. Yeah, seen a bridge or two. I don't know what the deal was. It's very... I told him it looks very 1880s London. Like, I feel like this is the bridge that my great grandma came over in her covered wagon, and we're just on the same one, and they painted some, white and yellow lines on it, and we're all just going over it in our cars. It was insane. So I don't know what my deal was, but I freaked out on that whole part, but that was funny. So that was a good giggle. I was like, I know because I have a distant relative who freaks out on bridges, and that's all I could. I was just like giggling. I'm like, I've always thought that was so bizarre. I get it now. Like, what if, Anyway, whatever. So my intentions were to start out and like film and just, or not like film the whole thing, but just, like, hey, this is what we're going to do, coin flip thing, and just kind of take you guys like, randomly throughout and show y'all some things. Like, I don't know, me freaking out on the dam probably would have been in there, and just some things along the way. And then, as I've discussed on here before, sometimes like you look at a sunset or a picture or something, and you take a picture and it's not as cool pixelated. It just kind of takes away from the moment, and I knew that that's exactly what that was going to do. If I recorded it all, it would take away from like our moment. So I couldn't do that. So I was just like, I'll just tell him about it. So freaked out over the dam. We drove past a garage sale at one point, and I was like, see, stuff like that, we're supposed to just stop and do random things or whatever. We didn't, but it would have been fun. Stop at the yard sale, but also, try to avoid some things. We ended up at a town that we've been to a million times, but it was just fun to take that alternate route that we've never taken before. It's a town that's about 45 minutes away, so it was a good time to get there. It took us, probably an hour and a half or so to get there, something like that. Like I said, we'd come to an intersection, but even if we weren't in an intersection, there were spots where, in the middle of town, you could turn to go to a different town or go straight, and we would coin flip there, just to see where we made it. And there were a couple times where we're like, oh shoot, I wish we would have went left there. We had like this collective conversation, oh darn, I thought we were going this way, and then we didn't, and it made it even more fun because we kind of had hopes of what, where we would have ended up, but we didn't, and we both needed that. It was so much. We've talked about that, how much fun that was, and how we need to do it again. And it was just, I suggest that to any of you. So at the end of our, well, not the end of our date, because we still had to drive home, but halfway through, I suppose, our date, we went into Walmart, and that was the thing. We each had $15, although my husband didn't quite spend his. I went over $3, so we did okay. We still were under budget, but anyway, but yeah, we each had $15, and we split up and bought things for like date night, and it was so much fun. I bought 2 movies. I bought The Kingsman, which is just a good one, and I bought Howard the Duck, because why wouldn't you? Howard the Duck was like $3, so good purchase, I feel like. Let's see, I bought a deal of popcorn and some candy, because I feel like you have to have those things on date night. But yeah, anyway, and then he was sweeter than sweet, because I'll be honest, I had a thought of where he was going to spend his money. I'll just say that. Keep it there. And he didn't. He completely surprised me. He wouldn't tell me what he purchased, and we got back to the car and he opened a CD and he's like, for our road trip. And anyways, and it was The Temptations is what he purchased, and so it was just like super sweet songs the whole way home, and it was so much fun. But it was really funny whenever we got there, because I kind of explained to him, like, hey, we have each had $15 for date night. We split up, we buy each other something for date night. And he's like, so like something that we each like? And I was like, something that we can do. And he was like, oh, because I was going to buy you yarn. And I was like, well, I mean, you still could if you wanted to, but that's not what we're doing. So anyway, but that's why we're here, because I did in fact purchase yarn. We walked by the yarn aisle at one point, like after we both purchased our things, because you need soap and shampoo and things like that, household things. You're at Walmart, you might as well, right? I know you're here, I see you. Yeah, and so we walked past the yarn aisle, and I'm like, I didn't even go down there, like, aren't you proud of me? And he's like, I did. I was like, oh, thank you. So anyway, but I know. Anyway, so just before I even get into the yarn, suggestion then for date night, because it was so much fun. We just like giggled and had a blast, and then had The Temptations to listen to on the way home, and just, it was so much fun. So just not knowing where you're going to end up. Obviously on the way home we took, the pretty much shortcut on the way home, or not really shortcut, but like the normal route, so it was just kind of a 45-minute shot home. But yeah, it was so much fun just to get out and do something different and not know where we were going to go and flip a coin. And it's kind of like on No Country for Old Men. Don't put that coin in your pocket, because then it just becomes another coin. And so now it's a pretty special quarter, and so I think that's gonna be our coin flip quarter, or date night quarter. But yeah, we're already talking about how we need to do that again, because it was so much fun. So, suggestions to my friends, if you're into that for a date night excursion, or just a fun girls trip, or just go by yourself, whatever, why not? Do fun things along the way. Stop the whole way, stop at every yard sale, or every whatever you're into, craft store, whatever you're, fun. So while we were there in the town 45 minutes away, they have a way better Walmart than we do, I will say that. I've mentioned before how our Walmart has, I don't even know how they would call it, a yarn selection. I mean, it was, I suppose. Now I know you're there, I see you, you're okay. Anyway, but now they've condensed it to where it's basically an end cap. It's not an end cap because it's still in, the aisle, but it's just like one of my shelves, basically. Just this little bitty tiny area of yarn, and it's kind of sad. And so I've been looking for the Premier Bloom, the Premier Chunky Bloom Chunky. I always call it Chunky Bloom. I don't know why. It's the Premier Bloom Chunky. The big balls of it for $4.97. Because beautiful Miss Jennifer was talking about that a while back, and I was just like, that is amazing, because I love that yarn. I love how soft it is, how quickly it works up, how it looks, the whole thing. And it was like, you can get more for at Walmart than you could on Premier, or another website, any other website really. But on Premier, I think it's like $7.99 or something like that. A Hobby Lobby, they're like $5.99. I got some on the clearance a while back. Lucked out there completely. But these are $4.97, and they had them, and I was so excited. And my husband's like, we'll get some, and I'm like, we already spent our date night money. He was like, get the yarn. He's like, you've been looking forward to it. Like I said, it's almost Christmas, so I got patterns earlier for Christmas patterns. I'm like working on all those things, just honestly to get them out of the way. Not to be but just to be like, okay, cool, they're all under the tree, and then less stress is a nice thing. So that's what I'm trying to do, is just get it out of the way. Anyway, but yeah, so these are 218 yards I don't have another one. I'm sorry, I should have looked up how much the other ones are, but I do know that they're smaller than this because this is the Premier Bloom Chunky Big. Self striping yarn, 280 yards, 200 meters, 7 ounces, 200 grams, 100% acrylic. Dun, 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 dun. Oh, it's the wind chime. I was like, what is that dinging? Okay, sorry. Anyway, no one's here, so there should be no noises. Weirded me out for a second. Anyway, okay, so this is the color Snapdragon. It's a bulky 5. Suggest you use an 8mm hook or needle. Let's see if it shows. It doesn't show what it looks like worked up. Here's a cow. It's pretty though. Yellows and greens, baby blue and pink. And I got 2 of those. So that way we make something, I hope, some sort of pretty wearable out of those. So I just think it's so cool how it works up and then looks like little flowers. So I've made a shawl with this, a hat, and like I said, I'm working on the baby blanket. That is currently in timeout because it happens. So, okay. Also, I had this one that is the color Gerbera, and it's like white with a little bit of peach and green, but it works up more white, and then just this little pretty flowering in it, and I just thought that would be so pretty for like a baby blanket or something. It's just very kind of dainty and girly, and I don't, it's very pretty. But yeah, so I got 3 of those. Once again, I think I grabbed 1 of these, and my husband's like, you need more than that, and so I put another one in the car. And then I got, I think, 1 of these, and he was like, I can tell you really like that one, because I do. I just think it's just so pretty. I love how just that looks like very babyish, and I just think it's really pretty. And anyways, yeah, so I grabbed 1. He was like, I can tell you really like that one, so yeah. Anyways, get 2 more. And they had 1 other color, but it was more like pinks and purples and blues, which he was kind of surprised that I was more into the white one than the other one, to be honest, just because it had the purples and blues in it. But I just thought that was really pretty. And then, so he enabled me just a smidge, as he does. Okay, so then also they had the Mainstay Sparkle, y'all, acrylic yarn. I haven't seen this. I've seen it online, you know how it goes, but I haven't seen it at our store by any means because it's sat in there at this point. How pretty though. And so I grabbed 1 of these in the color Sweet Violet. I guess I could tell you yardage just in case you're curious. 251.53 yards or 230 meters, 5 ounces, 4. It's a medium 4. Suggest you use a 5mm knitting needle, 5.5 crochet hook. This is the color teal, which I feel like is kind of a, it's not very teal, but okay. So I got 1 of each of these, and they had 1 of this, and they had more of the purple. Once again, he was like, well, you need more than that. So he got me another purple. So like, well, they only had 1 blue. And he's like, well, what do you make with those? And I'm like, I don't know, like a hat or something. Anyway, so he grabbed me another purple. But I just thought they were so pretty, and I kind of think they go well together. So I don't know, maybe not. We'll see. Like something. That purple is so pretty though. I like it. Sparkles. So I was excited that they had these simply because, like I said, I hadn't seen them, and I love sparkly yarn. And whoop. So he kind of spoiled me a bit, so you know. And then on the way out, I saw these on the end cap, and I was like, oh my goodness, check them out. And anyway, and I looked at him and then left him, and he just like grabbed one and threw it in the cart because he was like, well, you need those for Normville. And I was like, well, you're right. And so I feel like between the gnome, I got this super cool shirt from my beautiful Miss Amy. The gnome sign that I got is going to go back here, and these need to go with it. So they're Jack Skellington, the Pumpkin King as Santa Claus. Are they not the coolest? And they're lights, and I love them so much. And so yeah, he was like, well, you need those back behind, you know, for Christmas lights, obviously. So he got those for me too. And I'm going to definitely, you know, decorate back here. Our rule here at the house is we can't decorate for Christmas until after Thanksgiving. That's just like our plan, like, or our deal. Like August 15th, we can start decorating for Halloween. Absolutely. We can't decorate for Christmas until then. And I doubt that we go all out this year just because, you know, trying to whatever, move along, I suppose. Yeah, I'm leaving this up for Christmas, especially now that I have the lights, just so everybody knows. But I'll change a couple of things out, but probably not a lot of things, just saying. Yep. So, anyway. But yeah, so that's what we got from our date night. I had so much fun. He's been making parts like crazy and has been working like crazy, and so I'm hoping that maybe this evening we'll be able to do that again, you know, just kind of stay somewhere around here or whatever, but still do that, because it was fun. You know, it's fun to go on an adventure sometimes. I don't get to do that a lot, and I've been pretty down lately. I feel like my friends all know this, and I've been just trying to shake it off and get over it, because I'm telling y'all, there's nothing I can do. I've contacted everyone that I need to contact, and I just keep getting circled back around. I was told at one point, any questions I have, I need to ask the doctor and nurse that told me to leave the study. So why would I do that? I do have the number that my doctor gave me that I'm going to call. Don't get me wrong, I'm not stopping, because that's not what I do. So my husband told me the other day, he's like, you know, I'm ready to have you back, the one that, you know, is like the fighter, the one that wouldn't put up with all this. And it's like, you know, I know, but right now he didn't mean, you know, right now. He just means like over the last few months, because they've drugged me down, my goodness gracious. And I'm ready to be back. I'm ready to be that, but I just need to build my strength for a little bit and gather my thoughts and get them all together so that I can be articulate whenever I do in fact contact who I need to contact, gather my thoughts and work out of education and not emotion, I suppose. Yeah, so it's gonna happen, don't get me wrong. I'm gonna let them all know. My favorite part, however, I just need y'all to know this, it just kind of made me happy in all this like whole kerfuffle. And even though I still am getting diary updates every single night to do my diary, so obviously no one knows that I'm out of the study, but my favorite part was the big long email that I sent to like the main lady, am I right? And my big long text that I sent to her were then both sent to the main study team. Or not the main study, but the study team, that's the site that I was at. And that made me so happy that they got to see just, you know, everything. So, nothing else. That was a good deal. At first, I almost sent her, like, do not say a word to them. That's none of their business. I don't want them knowing anything, you know, like, whatever. But then it was like, you know what? No, I think they need to know exactly how I feel. I feel like they pretty much know how I feel, but yeah, 2 times in writing. Let's do that. So that's what happened. So they all got to see all of that. So then, yeah, I got the email saying that I needed to ask them any questions that I had, and I was just like, I don't believe I will. So I'm And honestly, at this point, even if they were like, hey, come on back, I don't think I would. Even though I was getting better, and even though all of those things, I don't think I would, just because it's all been a lot. And I'm wondering if I can slowly kind of shake all of that off once again, then maybe it'll be better, you know what I mean? And so, yeah, so I'm just going to try for that, because I don't have time to go in circles and waste and whatever, and so I'm going to just gather everything together and let the people who need to know. They probably, I don't know if they care. I feel like they should. I've had a few people in here, and quite a few people in my, like, you know, day-to-day, my real life, or whatever we're calling, you know, tell me that, you know, not my real life, but you know what I mean, in like not the virtual world, I suppose, anyway, but have told me that I need to contact like the news, like the local news station and things. And I mean, I don't know, but I can't right now. I don't have I just need to let my brain rest for a little bit. So that's where I've kind of been, what's been happening. It's been focusing on that more than anything. So yeah, I don't know. Nothing else has really changed. So I haven't heard about referrals. I haven't had change in diet or anything cool like that, but I'm just trying to be positive, just trying to, you know, I don't know. Anyway, all right. I'm tired of talking about health stuff. I can tell you all that. So I'm just going to say probably until I have a big major, something kind of an update, I doubt that I talk about it, because I need to just move on and things. And this has been very helpful, just like talking on here about it. But yeah, I'm ready to be happy me again and show super cool yarn things and fun stuff. And this, like I said, was supposed to be like, you know, my happy place where I just talk about things that make me happy. And so that's what I'm going to try to do. So date night in Walmart, we're happy. Date night was very, very happy. We both definitely needed that. Just a time together, an adventure, and just it was so much fun. Like I said, just because, and at one point we needed gas, and we're like, where are we gonna get gas? It was like, I don't know, let's find out. And so we just went until we found a gas station, and it all worked out. We had plenty of gas to get there, but still, it was so fun. And so I hope we get to do that again tonight. I'm fingers crossed, or, you know, within the next little bit anyway. This week is I already mentioned that, is Thanksgiving week. That's bananas. So yeah, I don't know. So I've just been trying to take it easy. Other than that, so yeah, I have, I don't know, a couple more videos that I want to record and things. I still have another gnome house that I need to share with y'all. And I kind of want to do another crochet ramblings of just some things that I've, you know, started again. Yeah. The struggle is very real. So my husband's bringing me 4 patterns home. Just a little bit. But I did finish a hat. Hey, I forgot. I finished a hat. I started a hat and then I finished it. Why, thank you. So, you know, 12 whips versus 1 finished object ain't that bad, you know? That's what I'm gonna tell myself anyway. Wow. Yeah, but I finished a hat. And it's a really cute hat, and I like it a whole lot. I'm gonna be honest, I took a selfish and I made it for me. Actually, that's not true. I've got, I think, 3 pairs of fingerless gloves and some hats and some things like that finished. Also, some things for Christmas that I may show y'all, just because not everybody watches my channel. If I know that y'all watch my channel, I love you and thank you. And I'm sorry you're not gonna get to like early glimpse of your Christmas present. If, however, I know there are quite a few of them that don't watch me. I know there are just like a handful of them that do. I love you guys. I miss you guys. So I'm gonna try not to cry because I really, really missed you guys. But yeah. So I have a bunch of things for them, for like my YouTube family. No, I'm just kidding. For my super awesome family that supports me, and I can't even tell y'all thank you enough. It's fun just to, you know, I know we don't exactly see each other, but you guys comment sometimes, and I always like squeal whenever I see your names because it makes me happy. But the ones of you who don't watch, or them who don't watch, should I say, because they're not going to hear this, obviously, I feel like I can show their stuff. So I feel like there's loopholes in the whole Christmas gift thing. And then eventually, so I'm going to record a video that's like everyone else's Christmas stuff, and then I'll show you guys after Christmas. Or I could just not tell them it's for them, and then they'll be surprised. They'll be like, hey, I saw that. I'm like, I know. Super smooth. So I guess I could do it that way. Like peanut butter, you know? Smooth like peanut butter. I don't have to tell anybody. I don't know. We'll see. But anyway. But yeah, I got a few things for Christmas completed. So more than one FO, I suppose. So that was good. Yay. You're okay. She's being very dramatic today. I feel bad for her. Just saying. It's rough being a puppy sometimes. So yeah, I guess that's really it. I just wanted to talk about our super, super fun date night ideas for my friends. If y'all are into that, if you guys have a quarter, $30, a little bit of, you know, a little bit of gas money. You don't even have to go that far. You could just go, you know, like one town or the other or something. If you live in town, it's even better, I suppose. So you could do $10. We were going to do $10 at first, and then I decided that a movie would be a lot of fun because we could come back and watch, you know, movies or whatever. And so I upped our budget to $15, like I said, and then he spent like not even $6, so it made me feel so much better about going over. So we canceled each other out. It all worked out. We were still under the budget by quite a bit, so that was good. So not quite a bit, but enough. You know, we were under budget, and that's a good thing. So, but yeah, we had a whole lot of fun. Good times, like I said, and we saw things that we haven't seen before. That was cool. So yeah. Like I said, may I suggest, if y'all have a spare moment, or even with, you know, we discussed that too. We obviously have to do that with the kids because it was a good time. Just, you know, see things along the way and stop and check them out or whatever. But anyway, okay, you get the gist, you get the idea. I can stop talking about it. All right. So yeah, I just wanted to show you guys my super fun premiere yarn and my sparkle yarn. I don't know what I'm going to make with sparkle yarn. I say that because I know that she doesn't watch. I have a little niece that really likes purple, and so I'm thinking maybe a hat and some fingerless mittens for her might be a fun time. A little bit of glitter in her life, you know. So I might do that with those. So maybe it's good that I got 2 of those, you know, that way I have plenty for a hat and mittens. And then maybe just like a blue, I don't know. I feel like that's a Miss B color right there, the navy and the glitter. So maybe I'll make her a hat. We'll see. She has like a list of things that she wants me to make her, and I'm so happy about that. I think that's so cool because she's like getting into it now. She's figuring out that crochet is pretty neat. She'll show me something. I'm like, well, I can make that. Okay. So it's been fun. So So yeah, she has a big list of things. The boys have a few things they want me to make. I've worked on the hubby's hoodie. It's turning out really cool. I'm so excited about it. I mentioned it's Freddy Krueger colors and it makes me happy. So yeah. But that's all crochet ramblings. I can show you guys. I don't know, I can't really show you the Freddy Krueger hoodie. I've been trying to work on it whenever he's not here. He watches these. So I can't exactly show all of his stuff, you know, that's not cool. See, that'll be one of those who'll open at Christmas and be like, oh yeah, in your one video, you can't play in the yarn. I'm sorry, you're not a cat. I know you think you're a cat, but you're not. Anyway, but yeah, so I can't exactly show all his stuff until afterwards, but trust me, it's fun. Anyway, so yeah, I'm excited to share that one with y'all. It won't be long. We're, what, a month away, just a month and a few days away from Christmas. So I better get busy. All right. Well, this was more ramblings and yarn. I feel like if you've been here, you're probably used to that. You're probably not at all like, what? I can't believe she talked more than she just like showed yarn and then moved on. It's not how I do it. It's just not. I've tried. It didn't work. Oh, quick announcement. See, it doesn't work. We are, as of December 1st, starting the December blanket. I don't think we have a cool hip name. We've discussed a couple of names, but I don't know. I'm not going to call mine Vlogmas. I know that simply because I don't do vlogs. I feel like that just doesn't make much, yeah. Anyway, so it won't be, I don't know. But I'm excited. So there are a few of us involved. I know several of you that watch are going to be involved. I'm going to try to make projects, but at the same time, it's not going to be a project every day. It's just not. But I will have some things. We're going to have a couple, you know, gnome houses. I mean, obviously, you know what I mean? Kind of Normville would it be if there wasn't a winter wonderland, you know what I'm saying? So we're going to have a couple of those and I have a kitchen cow thing that I would like to do Thursday. As I've mentioned the third time now, is Thanksgiving. I really would like to have some country gal things for that. We'll see how it goes. I have tomorrow to put it up, so we'll see. I don't know. So, anywho. Alright, so I thank you guys for watching. Like I said, if you would like to join in on the Christmas blanket, that would be awesome. There's no pattern. We don't have, everyone's kind of doing their own thing. I'm not really sure what the other ladies are doing. I am making solid granny squares. That's what I am doing. I have a pattern all worked out. I'm going to make a few appliques and some fun things to add to it, but that's what I am making. So, alright. So I thank you guys so very much for watching. I hope you all have a wonderfully, wonderfully blessed day. Please stay safe, and I will talk to you soon.